Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening to all my friends. Today I will talk about the use of social media site in the workplace. I on the government side agree and it is that employers should use social media as a platform to expand their knowledge and views. I strongly agree that employers who use social media to work can build the personal development. This is because during work, employers can find a lot of info about the work being done. For example, when an employer asks a new employer to make a development such as project proposal, he can refer to an example of a successful development proposal. And in addition, when the employer has personal development in himself, he can adapt to the task given at any time. This is because self-confidence begin to exist when employer always refer to or seek into in social media. And the thirdly is using social media as fine. On an employer is useful to finding info using social media. It can display what he learned on social media. Social media is not only negative, it is used properly. It can provide many advantages and benefit to consumer, especially in the employment sector. Okay, that's all from me.
All right. Thank you, Prime Minister, for the motion just now. Yes, sir. It's true that the employees can find a lot of information via social media. But excuse me, sir. Have you think of how the employees would develop their personality if they got easily distracted by the usage of social media at work? So the point here, I want to point out that employees should not be allowed to use social media site at work. Well, this is because while using social media at work, that is supposedly for marketing matter, they might misuse the social media platform for other matters. For example, while using the social media, the workers might tend to get distracted by any notification from the social media application. They might misuse their purpose on using the social media. It is also it is also possible if they browse through their own personal social media account to check for latest update and notification, such as browsing through Facebook or Shopee while using social media. So, banning social media while at work theoretically could turn them out their productivity that comes with excessive time spent online by employees. So many of us know that firsthand, um, know that how quickly it is the time is wasted if they caught up in social media interaction or any scrolling in their news feed. So now, before I take my seat, let me reaffirm that whatever the company has done to enhance the employees' personal development, if if the employees get distracted with their work from social media, the goal to achieve personal development is useless. Rather, their productivity will decrease if they are allowed to use social media at work. With the note, I end my motion. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Alif bin Muhammad. as Deputy Prime Minister in this style. I agree with this statement, which is should employee be only allowed to be used social media site at work. The point is moral and employee engagement. So the allowing your staff to use social media at work can boost moral and actually improve employee en- engagement for a number of reasons. For the example, it show that you trust them, uh, but which is boosting moral and happiness. The next is it will make them feel value, which is like a little pick of the job. And another is taking short break throughout the day will boost mood and productivity. And the last one is connecting with loved one will boost their happiness. Basically, being able to check social media can make your employee happy for a variety of reasons. If your employee are happy, they are more likely to be productive, friendly, and loyal. Those are some pretty strong reason to allow social media in the workplace. Thank you.
My name is Siti Amirah Binti Zulkefli. Today I stand here as the opposition to oppose the motion proposed by the House today, which is should employee be allowed to use social media sites at work? I, as deputy opposition leader, strongly and staunchly disagree the motion of the debate. Employees should not to be allowed to use social media at site work. It leads to great repercussion more than beneficial effect. So with that, allow me to just rebut the flimsy point presented by the government. First of all, the Deputy Prime Minister said that with allow employee use social media, will give moral and employee engagement. It is very not true because here's the thing, employees should not allow to use social media at work because there will misuse of the social platform. Using social media account can be harmful when misused. For instance, some employees could express their views at their work employee or other colleagues on social media. However, they will be able to monitor how complimentary or demeaning these views are. If one employee's job is unfair to another, this could result in cyberbullying, which could have a direct effect on the well-being of the other person concerned. Employees that are bullying other workers can build an unpleasant or degrading environment for the majority of their colleagues and could ultimately escalate into serious psychiatric disorder that may affect above your employee and company. In addition, the greatest drawback of social media networking is that demand of a lot effort and addition from the worker. Time is important and can be used for a variety of position achievement. Misuse of social media will make their job less plain and more time on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So, do you think employee will focus on their job while using social media at work? I think not. So, apart from working without social media, worker can get involved in physical activity as well as in other productive activity. But when they are sitting with social media an hour every day is really wasting time. No matter your thoughts on social media in workplace, it's pretty safe to say that if you allow, there will be a certain amount of waiting time. The speaker, member of House, I have present my point. So with that note, I rest my case. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Khairul Akmal Binti Halim. Matrix number 261442. Should employers be allowed to use social media site at work because it can help employers enhancement knowledge and creativity? Yes, how social media help you be a creative? Social media breaks your routine. Most of you have a daily routine which can eventually uh, stifle our creativity. That's why it's important to be able to break out of it from time to time and great way to do this is by engaging with social media. Nothing is ever the same as the day before on this, and most people post whatever they feel like on that day, and the thing that they share or post is more than enough to spark an idea, whether it's for an article, a caption, or even an ad. For example, might be sipping on your morning cup of coffee when a cute video uh, from the Dudu catch your eyes, uh, saying this might spark something in you, and the next thing you know, you will create a masterpiece on social media that has gone viral. That's all for me.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hanisa binti Hamidi, the third and last speaker for opposition team. The next argument I would like to say is using social media at work will violate the workplace privacy. I agree that social media enhance knowledge and creativity to some workers, but we must also remember that overusing social media at work will probably destroy our career. While some people is good at using social media, some people also will be needing some kind of training to get the hang of using social media at work. Common mistake that people always do while they post something to their social media is they post something related to their company, such as confidential information, or if they have personal issues with somebody, they will post something negatively on their social media. Even though they didn't mention specifically about the company, it is not hard to find out which company you are working with, since nowadays it is a viral trending. If you make one mistake, the thing will stay on the internet, even though you delete the post or comments, because that is how the internet works. In addition to that, in business affairs, we will always check for spelling and content of our business. But we can ensure the same if the employees posting online during their working hours. The use of social media while you are working or while you are serving your client, that it will give bad reputation to your company. It probably could annoy your clients because it take a long time to serve them. This will also affect your career, which means the probability for you of getting hired if you think it is high. In a nutshell, using social media is using social media at work will give benefit for the company regarding marketing or business. But what I am trying to say is using social media sites at work has their own pros and cons, but I believe there are more cons than pros if you use social media. However, people also need to know what is their priorities when they are working. It's better to take a precaution rather than something that happen or you will regret it forever. That's all for me. Thank you.